Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
Welcome to the Developer Insights call for AIRO. My name is Nathan Williams. I am the developer for the AIRO software. Welcome to the call. In this call, we will go over how to set up AIRO, how to set up the AIRO dashboard, how to utilize strategy number one, ask you guys any questions. You guys get any questions answered that you need. We'll also go over how to use AIRO, the 1-1-2 or the twisted strategy, whatever you want to call it, on options. All right. That way you now have the best of both worlds and understand how to utilize AIRO in multiple facets. All right. All right. So for everyone that's new, this is a webinar style Zoom. Therefore, you cannot talk. All right. So if you have any questions and answers or questions, put them in the Q&A box. I'll answer those. And if you have anything general to say, just put it in the chat. All right. I always look at the Q&A first, and then I go look at the chat. All right. So first things first, we're gonna run through these guys here. Be on here for about an hour and a half or so. Take you guys through everything necessary. So first thing I'm gonna do is first log you in to the platform so you can understand where to go to access everything, all right? All right, let me share my screen. Drinking tonight, fruit punch Capri Sun. All right. Let's see here. Share screen. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So here I am logged into Auvoria Prime. All right. Here's the dashboard. First thing you want to do is you want to click on over here, these three lines to make sure that your menu comes up. When your menu here on the left-hand side comes up, then you want to come to AP Marketplace. All right, and you want to come to Switch Tools. All right, Switch Tools. All right, when you come here, you should have the AIRO software and at least this, or if you have more than one software, then you should have, showing multiple softwares. But if you don't have the AIRO software, you won't be able to access everything. So you must make sure that the software you have, or one of the softwares you have, is the AIRO software. All right. Once you've done that and selected that, select Launch VPS to bring you to your VPS page. All right, this is your Auvoria Prime Connect page. All right, this is where you utilize to connect your VPS to access your actual software. All right, so the virtual private server is what VPS stands for. That is where Auvoria Prime houses all of its software. So whether you have AIRO or some other software, they're all going to be housed inside of your personal VPS. All right, now the reason why, there's two reasons. Number one, to protect you. All right, to ensure that no one can access your software. All right, so I'm going to show you how to access it, and the information I'll explain to you. Do not share with others. All right, I'm sharing mine because this is a demo account. So this account goes straight to a demo account. So you can log in to my VPS, and it's only going to give you access to my demo account. It's not going to give access to my live account. I have that on a different VPS because I don't want anybody to have access to that. So this helps you to safeguard your account. Also with the virtual private server, it allows you to have a computer, because what a virtual private server is it's a computer in the cloud. All right, so it never goes to sleep. If your computer goes to sleep at home and you have the software on it, AIRO would not be able to send you notifications that an AIRO popped up. All right, therefore, using a VPS, you have a computer in the cloud that's always on. Therefore, it will always send you notifications. All right. And another benefit of having a VPS is that you can use your VPS on any device. I have access to my virtual private server on my laptop. I have it on my desktop. I have it on my phone. I have it on my tablet. I can access my VPS from 4 different devices. Even if I wanted to log in from someone else's computer, I can do so. All right. So I'm going to show you 2 things here: how to log into the VPS through the website, AuvoriaPrime.com website, and through your Microsoft Remote Desktop. Again, it is recommended that you utilize your Microsoft Remote Desktop to access your software. All right. Going through the website, you'll see you don't get a full picture. The clarity is not as clear, and there is lagging with the software slightly. So it's recommended, that you use the Microsoft Remote Desktop. All right. So once you get to the Auvoria Prime Connect page here, where it says VPS accounts, click on this, select your access pass running. Don't worry about the password right now. Once you do that, you have these 4 tabs that come up. This first one is connect to your VPS. This is how you connect to it through the website. This next one is reboot. There are 2 places to reboot, here and inside of your VPS. Next is vPassword. So that brings up the same little drop-down box that just came up that we closed. And then your remote desktop connection. Here are your credentials for your Microsoft Remote Desktop. Again, do not share these with anybody. All right. Also, your password. Do not share with anybody. I'm showing you guys them because, again, all mine only goes to a demo account, so I don't really care. All right. And I'm safeguarding myself that way by not allowing my real account to be on this account. All right. So first things first, let's connect to the VPS. Before you do so, go to View Password. All right. You want to go to View Password and you want to copy the password here. All right. You want to copy that password. All right. You want to go to connect to your VPS. Give it a second here. Mine's already logged into. Let me reboot it so I can show you guys what it looks like from the beginning. All right. As far as the reboot goes, I recommend rebooting your software once a week. You need to reboot your software and update your Microsoft. All right. I'll show you how to update everything. You update your Windows. All right. Your Windows updates. So let's go back here. I'll just reboot everything so it starts from the beginning. Once you connect to your VPS, this is what it will look like straight from the beginning. All right. You'll come to this page here. It'll say press Control Alt Delete. All right. Again, there are safeguard measures so that you can't just press Control Alt Delete. So you need to hit this button right here that says Send Control Alt Delete. Once you hit that button right there, it brings you to this page right here. All right. Now you can't type your password in here. All right. There are some safeguards on here. So to input your password, you come up here to this white box here in the top right-hand corner. All right. You paste the password there. It automatically puts it here. Hit the arrow, and it will take you inside of your virtual private server. And bada bing, bada boom, you're inside now. Now, when you're truly rebooting, you want to reboot where I showed you, but then you also, inside of VPS, want to reboot here. All right, you reboot here. And then once you're done rebooting, you want to make sure you do your Windows update. All right, you want to do that every week. All right, so when the market closes, whatever the case may be, you want to do that every week. Reboot in both places and do a Windows update to make sure that your VPS stays fresh, because your VPS, again, it's a computer in the cloud. It's a Windows-based computer in the cloud. All right. Now, to access your software, you just double click on AIRO here, the icon. If you have more than one software, you can have up to 4 with Auvoria Prime. So if you have more than one, it'll show you all your softwares here in the 4 slots. All right. Once you open it up, boom, 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 here you go. All right. You have to log into your MT4 like normal, but we'll go over that later. As you can see, look at the side. You don't have a full picture. All right, you don't have a full picture. So again, it's not recommended to access your VPS through through the website. All right, it's highly recommended. Will it work? Sure. We even have educators that use it. So it's not a problem. If you're okay with this setup, then great. But you will have a better user experience going through Microsoft Remote Desktop. All right. So next, I'm gonna stop sharing there. We'll walk through how to actually log into your Microsoft Remote Desktop. Let's go through that real quick. All right. So let's go back and share the screen here. All right, let's go back. All right, so on this page here, if you have I've got a Mac that I'm utilizing right now. So I had to download, it's free. It's a free app from the App Store, Microsoft Remote Desktop. If you have a Windows-based computer, your Windows-based computer is gonna already have it preloaded. So all you have to do is just go search for it. Now, to get the credentials to log in, because the Microsoft Remote Desktop is just the platform that allows you to connect to your VPS. So you have to be able to log in. So you need your credentials for your VPS. That right here, remote desktop connection. Come here and you see everything. Your username, your IP address, your password. Again, do not share this information with anybody. All right. Now let's go show you where to put that in at. So both the Windows version and the Mac version, they look slightly different, but they're about the same. They're about the same. So let's share here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Here is what the Mac version looks like. As you can see here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm logged into 4 different virtual private servers. All right. So I'm logged into the one we just saw is this one right here. I've got another one with AP. I've got my own personal one, and then I got a top secret one. So I've got 4 different virtual private servers that I'm logged into. All right. So I make sure that the other ones that I don't give access to anybody, those are the ones that I actually have live accounts attached to. So again, do not share that information. Now, to add a new VPS, because when you first set this up, it'll be blank. You won't have anything. You have to hit the plus sign for new. All right. Let me stop sharing and share what the new tab looks like. All right. So when you share that, boom, you get this tab right here. Again, it's going to look slightly different with the Windows version. Connection name, I call mine AP. PC name, you see it'll say host name or IP address. This is where you paste your IP address at right here. Username, trader. You're going to paste that there. And then password, you paste the password there. Simple as that. Once you've done that, and I've already done it, so I'm not going to do it again. You know, if you're if you're Windows based, you hit save. If you're Mac version like me, you hit the little X right here. Once you put everything in. And once you put everything in, all right, bada bing, bada boom, you'll have it pop up right here. All right. You have it pop up right here. All right. Someone said they missed how to get to RDC. I'll show you again. Please make sure you pay attention, guys. Make sure you're paying attention. So you access your RDC login information on the Auvoria Prime Connect page. Remote desktop connection gives you all your login information right here. To download the app, if you have a Windows-based computer, just log in. You have to search for it to log in. It's already pre-built in, pre-installed. If you have a Mac, you have to go to the App Store and download it. All right, simple as that. Same thing for your computer, your desktop. Same thing for your tablet. Same thing for your mobile phone. All the same. Download the app. All right, let me show you what the app looks like for the tablet and for the phone. I'll show you what the icon looks like. All right, this is what the icon looks like. Let me get the glare off. There you go. This is what the icon looks like for the Microsoft Remote Desktop, all right, app. So whether you're getting it from the computer or you're getting it for your tablet or your phone, that's what the icon looks like. Microsoft Remote Desktop, all right? Microsoft Remote Desktop. Once you have logged in, let me go ahead and log in real quick. Log in. So share my screen. Once you've logged in, bada bing, bada boom, you see you now have what? A full page. Look at this. There is no gaps on the side. This is your same setup. You got the arrow there, Windows Update, reboot right there. And I've already logged into my demo account right there. All right. Got the full screen. Again, the lag is not as bad. You got a better connection here. Also, full picture and the speed is faster. All right. So once you've logged in, the first thing you do is go ahead, click number 1 with arrow or whatever one you have arrow on, 1, 2, 3, or 4. All right. Your VPS is going to come up. First thing you need to do, it's not going to know you've already logged in your VPS, it's your MT4. Just because you're logged in on your MT4 on your phone or another computer, when you log into this VPS, it's another computer. So never assume that's just going to relog you into your VPS. Into your MT4. You have to log into your MT4 for the very first time. So to do so, you go File, open an account, and you come here and you search for your broker. All right. You hit the plus sign here, add new broker. Let's say we type in Trader's Way. So we type in Trader's Way, and then you hit scan. As you can see here, I already had Trader's Way there. It'll pop up. Trader's Way demo, Trader's Way live, Trader's Way live 2. All right. Now, to know which one to select, you should have already gone to Trader's Way or whatever broker you use, and you should have already downloaded. I'm sorry, not downloaded. You should have already set up your account, all right, and created either a demo account or created a live account. So let's say we created a demo account. All right. When you create your account, whether it's demo or live, the broker is going to send you an email with 4 pieces of information. It's going to tell you what server, so which one of these, which server to log on to, number 1. Number 2 is going to give you your account number, which is your login, so your account number. And then 3 and 4 is going to give you 2 passwords, all right? So you have 2 passwords. You have your trader password, which is for you only. The trader password allows you to make trades on that account, and then it gives you an investor password. An investor password is a read only. So if you want your family and friends to be able to follow along and see what you're doing, you can give them your your investor password, and they can just read only. They can just look. They can't make any trades. All right. So once you've selected the right one, let's go here to Trader's Way demo. We got a demo. You select demo, come down here, hit next, select existing trade account. For login, type in your account number. For password, type in your password. Your password must be exact. All right. It must be exact. They're going to be a bunch of random letters and numbers. Some lowercase, some capital. It must be exact. It is case sensitive. All right. Once you've done that, you hit finish. I'm not going to do it because I've already logged in. You hit finish. And to know you properly set it up, you'll hear it say, you've got mail, just like AOL used to do back in the day for those who are old enough to remember AOL. All right. And then you also see that down here in the right-hand corner, right above the clock, you see here on the MT4, it'll have green and red bars or just all green bars. It'll tell you your speed based on your server speed for the kilobytes. If you see that down here, it says disconnected or invalid account, that means you inputted in your account number or your password in, or both incorrectly. All right. You have to see these random numbers in kilobytes, KBS at the end. That lets you know you are logged in successfully. That, and then also you can click on this icon right here, this white and blue piece of paper looking icon, and it'll show you your balance. So if you have, I got a $4,700 demo account, boom, there it is. So whatever your size, if you started off with a $5,000 demo, it'll show 5,000 here. Or whatever your live account is, it'll show the balance. That's how you know you're logged in correctly. Otherwise, it will not populate. So if it says disconnected or invalid account, you did something incorrectly. Go back and re-put in the information. All right. So before we move on, let me come back to check the Q&A. No Q&A, no chat. All right, let's go back. Let's go ahead. If you got questions, guys, drop it in there. I'll stop periodically to go back and check those. All right. Once you've logged in, first thing I want you to do is check to make sure you have everything you need. All right. So 3 things you need. Number 1, you need to come over here. This tab right here. This is the that is the templates tab. All right. So you want to go ahead and click on the templates tab, and you need to see AIRO and blackout. If you don't see AIRO or blackout, if you don't see one of them or both of them, immediately go to the website and submit a ticket. Submit a ticket. All right. Let's let them know that you do not have AIRO or blackout. I'm going to go to the website and I'll show you where to submit a ticket. So here on the left-hand side where menu button's at, you come down here to support and you scroll down here to submit a ticket. Support, submit a ticket. All right. Fill this all out. All right. Fill it all out. Let them know that you do not have AIRO or blackout or both, and they'll go ahead and upload that for you. All right. Let's go back in here. All right. Those are 2 of the 3 information. The last thing you need for sure is click on this gold folder, the gold star here, your navigator. All right. Come down here to expert advisors, hit the little plus sign next to it, and you see AIRO dashboard. If you don't have AIRO dashboard there, all right, then you need to make sure you submit a ticket as well. All right. Submit a ticket. All right. If you have all that, you're good to go. All right. So I'm going to show you two ways to use AIRO. Some people use the dashboard, and I'll explain what the dashboard is, and we'll go through it. Some people just use AIRO. So we'll go over just how to use AIRO, and then we'll go over how to use the dashboard as well. So to use AIRO only, all right, you can pull up any chart. So we got the Euro JPY chart here, and you can come up here to the templates folder, hit templates, drop down, come down here to AIRO, select AIRO, and bing, 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 bada boom, bada bing. You have AIRO now on your chart automatically. One click of the button. You can come up here and change your time frames, go to different time frames if you want to. All right, you can go to different time frames. And that's it. That is it. All right, now you come here and use the software. It'll send alerts. If you want to add another chart, you can click on this button right below File. It's a white little piece of paper and a green plus sign icon. Select that. Add another pair. Let's add GJ. That's my favorite Forex pair. And then from here, come up here on the templates folder. Select AIRO again. Change the time frame if you want. Bada bing, bada boom. There it is. You now have the AIRO software preloaded on your templates. All right. Every time you get a AIRO that pops up, you get a notification. All right. A couple things if you want to, I'm gonna show you guys how to add additional pairs if you don't have them. And number two, I'll show you how to make sure that you can send the notifications to your phone. All right. Notifications will pop up on your computer at all times if your computer is on, if you're inside your VPS. But if you close your computer and you're not inside your VPS, if you don't have the settings set up on your phone, you will not receive notifications to your phone. So here's how you set up notifications to your phone. Hold on real quick. We got Q&A real quick. Let me answer the Q&A before I get too far. We already went over how to add for the Mac, RDP for the Mac. So you need to have the Microsoft Remote Desktop. All right, Microsoft Remote Desktop. All right, we already went over that. We've already gone over this. Please take notes. Don't try to follow along with me. Take the notes, as I go. Then do it after me. All right, and if you need to, because we have a lot of information to cover here, so I can't stop to make sure everybody's set up properly. But if you need help going back and look at it, you can easily go to the Auvoria Prime's YouTube channel, and you can go back and watch all the different calls that I've done for the Developer Insights. The AIRO Developer Insights call will show you the setup. All right, it'll show you. So you just make sure you're taking notes first, and then go back and do it later. That way you don't miss anything. All right, here is Microsoft Remote Desktop. You hit the plus sign for new, and you log everything in right here. All right. Let me stop sharing and show you what it looks like. After you hit that plus sign, it's going to bring up a second little pop-up page that looks like this. This is where you input all your information. All right, we've gone over that already. Please make sure that you are writing notes down and not trying to follow along. You'll get lost. I'll show how to add a 200 moving average when we get to the charts. All right, we haven't got that far yet. All right, no more questions. Let's go back. All right, so how to make sure you get the alerts to your phone. All right, so first thing you need to do is you need to have the MetaTrader 4, not 5, MetaTrader 4 app on your phone. All right, got to have the app on your phone, MetaTrader 4 on your phone. iPhone, Android, doesn't matter. You need to have the MetaTrader 4 app on your actual phone to ensure that you have access to be able to receive your notifications. All right. Next, what you want to do is you want to come in here and you want to select chat and messages. So you go to the settings. All right, go to settings. You go to chat and messages, and when you do, you get this blank screen here. At the bottom, it'll show My Meta Quotes ID. My Meta Quotes ID. All right. With that My Meta Quotes ID, what you want to do is, all right, what you want to do is now you want to come up here to Tools. All right, Tools, Options, Notifications. All right, Tools, Options, Notifications on the Options page. Check mark Enable Push Notifications. and notify of trade transactions. So both of those are check marked. And here where it says MetaQuotes ID, type in your MetaQuotes ID number there. Then hit test. And when you hit test, you'll receive a test little notification up here. All right. And then after that, you're good to go. Because after that, now every time an arrow pops up, it will send a notification to you, letting you know what time frame, what pair that, and then if it's a buy or sell arrow that popped up. That way you don't have to be looking at the charts all day. You can get a notification on your phone, pull up your VPS, look at the software, see if it meets the rules. If it does, take the trade. If it doesn't, go about your business. All right. I have the VPS here on my phone. So what I like to do is once I receive a notification, you see arrow right there. I got arrow on my VPS on my phone. I select that. I take a look at the pair that the notification came from. If it meets my rules, I enter my trade. So it's real easy because it's right here all on my phone for me, right here on the phone for me. All right. That's how you set up your notifications. All right. Next is how do you add pairs? So not all pairs will be there. So to add a pair, you want to come up here to view, symbols, view, symbols, and then here you have all the pairs you want. So let's say we want to add a crypto. Some people like to trade crypto. Hit the plus sign next to cryptos or whatever it's called on with your broker. Find the crypto you want to add. So here's Bitcoin. Double click the little icon next to it. So boom. When it's gold like that, then it's added, which means that now you can come over here to the little gold, the white piece of paper, green plus sign icon, which is create a new chart. Click on it, come down to cryptos, and boom, there it is, Bitcoin. And boom, you can open up and look at here's the Bitcoin chart. Then you come up here, hit the templates folder, come down here to arrow, and boom, now you have Bitcoin on arrow on the Bitcoin chart. All right, look at that. Price bounce, you got an arrow, money. That was a beautiful trade right there. That was a 14,000 pip trade. 14,000 pip trade. Yes, I said that. 14,000 pips right there on that 14,000 to that next zone right there. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. All right. We'll go over why that's a good trade. We'll go over why. Beautiful trade. We'll go over that. It's a textbook bag entry. Strategy number 1. We'll go over that here in a second. But yeah, that's how you add a pair. Now, if you want to add the 200 moving average, all right. Strategy number 9. I add the 200 moving average because it works for strategy number 9. So in the back office, I'm going to go show you real quick here. Where do you find all the strategy videos? All right. Where do you find all the strategy videos? Let's go back to the website here. All right. We go back to the main page. All right. We're here. You select AP Academy up here. Under AP Academy, it'll pull it up here. Give it a second. Here it is. Welcome to AP Academy. Watch the roadmap video by our CTO, Mr. Bill Wynn. All right. Scroll down. Select My First Steps. All right. Under My First Steps, you want to scroll down here and you want to make sure you watch all the videos in these 4 modules. Watch all the videos in these 4 modules so you know everything you're talking about, everything you need to get set up right. That way you do not miss anything. All right. Once you've done all that, scroll up to the top and you'll see that you would have only had 3 of these up here. But once you watch all 4 modules, all 6, I believe, it's either 3 or 4 that are showing, and 2 or 3 more will pop up once you watch all the videos in these 4 modules. All these pop up. So if you want to watch the Forex basics, you can come up here to Forex basics. So if you are a beginner, and you need some basic understanding of just Forex, I have created, here you go. It's a welcome video for Forex basics. And then under here, Forex basics, you can click on that and it will show you all the different aspects of Forex basics. All right. Like right here, MT4 walkthrough. It's going to show you MT4 101, how to use the MetaTrader 4 software on your desktop, how to walk through it, how to use it. What's market structure? What's market patterns? All that. What is Forex? We'll go through brokers, pairs, pips, lot sizes, spread, go through all that. So everything's there. Risk management. So under risk management, trading psychology. All right. So all that's there. And then go back one. Soon I'll be dropping all the videos for the Forex Intermediate. So you take it to the next level. And then after that, we have Forex Advanced. So soon you'll be able to have a full curriculum that takes you from a beginner to an expert trader. All right. And all you have to do is just continue to watch those videos, apply them to what you've been learning, and level up your trading. So all the education is being added as we speak. So we've got 2 more modules. And once those are added, we'll go ahead and let you guys know about the release. So that's Forex Basics. All right. Again, we want to talk about the products. So all the AIRO videos that show the strategies, click on My Products. Once you click on My Products, you scroll down, watch the welcome video by our president, Mr. Chris Simonian. All right. Scroll down some more, and you'll see all your products right here, down here and down here. If you're enrolled in this one, select Access Setup Course. Once you've done that, you scroll down, and here you go. You have the overview video for AIRO that I created. You have the video showing how to set up your VPS. So there's more help here on setting your VPS. The AIRO setup, the AIRO dashboard, what that is and how to set it up, and then all the strategy videos, all 10 of them right here. Some 8 and 9, strategy 8 and 9 have 2 parts, but all 10 strategy videos are right here. All right. We're going to go over strategy number 1 today, because strategy number 1 works with Forex. Strategy number 1 works with crypto. Strategy number 1 works with indices. Strategy number 1 works with precious metals. Strategy number 1 works with energies like oil. Strategy number 1 works with stocks. So if your broker allows you to trade stocks, strategy number 1 works with binary options, which we'll go over there as well. Strategy number 1 works on anything with a chart. All right. That's why it is the foundation. The bag strategy is the foundation of the AIRO software. All right. So we'll show how that is being utilized. If you guys have got on Cash's calls for the binary options, he uses AIRO strategy number 1, and we'll go over that strategy. All right. So here are all the strategies. All right. Let's go back to the charts. I don't see any questions. Great. We'll go back to the charts. All right. Now, there's a question about how to add the 200 moving average. Remember, strategy number 9, 2-part video, will explain to you why the 200 moving average is added and how to use it. So the 200 moving average is only for strategy number 9. That's it. All right. Only for strategy number 9. So how do you add the 200 moving average? I show it in the videos, but I'll show you guys here as well. You want to click on this gold folder with the gold star. It's called your navigator. All right. See it right here underneath charts. Select that. You see the word indicators. Hit the plus sign next to indicators. Underneath indicators, the very first one is called trend. Hit the plus sign next to trend. Come down here, find moving average. All right, moving average. Double click that. Type in 200 for the period. Shift 0. All right, MA method is exponential. So you have to drop down, find exponential. All right, apply to close. All right, apply to close. Whatever style you want it. I make mine magenta, but whatever style works for you, doesn't matter. It all works the same. And then I make mine a little bit thicker so it's easier to see right here. This right here takes the line, turns it into something different. Right here, I made mine a little thicker. After that, you hit OK. And boom, there it is. There is your 200 moving average. All right, 200 moving average. Only used for strategy number 9. I showed you where the videos are at. Make sure once you, again, strategy number 9 is a more advanced strategy. For beginners, strategy number 1, 2, 3, and 4 are for beginners. 5, 6, and 7 are for intermediate traders. All right. 8, 9, and 10 are for experienced traders. All right. The most commonly used strategies are strategy number 1, strategy number 3, strategy number 7. 1, 3, and 7. All right. I recommend those same for beginners. Even though 7 is more advanced, it's very simple to utilize and easy to recognize because it's all about market patterns. So make sure to watch the market patterns video under Forex Basics and then watch strategy number 7, and you'll start to be able to see how you can apply it with the AIRO software. All right. So before I show how to set up the dashboard, anybody have any questions? I don't see any. Cool. So we will get to the dashboard. All right. So for the dashboard, a lot of people asked, they were tired of, having multiple charts up. Some people were like, hey, I want to look at Bitcoin, but I want to be able to get notifications on the 1 hour, the 15-minute chart, and the 5-minute chart. So they have 3 Bitcoin charts open on different time frames. So anytime you just have AIRO open by itself, whatever time frame it's on is what time frame you receive alerts for. So if you want to receive alerts on a higher or lower time frame, you have to change the time frame. Time frame is right here. All right here. And the time frame is just the number, how long these candles take to form. So right now we're on the M15. That's the minute 15. So every 15 minutes, another one of these candles pops up. All right. If I go to the H4, these candles take 4 hours. Every candle takes 4 hours to form. So this little bitty candle took 4 hours. That took 4 hours. This long candle took 4 hours. This long candle took 4 hours. That's how that works. Every 4 hours, a new candle or candle will close and a new candle will pop up. All right. The higher the time frame you go, the stronger the trend. All right. You can see here, beautiful trend right here. Price bounced off the zone here. You got a down arrow, and down she goes. You would have gone down to the zone was a total of 50,000 pips. 50,000. So if you guys have ever seen anybody sending screenshots and they're catching 10, 15, 30, 50, 100,000 pips, 180,000 pips, I think is the most I've seen from somebody. Just know they're typically holding trades for long term based on some of the higher time frames with Bitcoin. All right. So that's how that works. All right. So some people wanted, so the goal was I wanted to build a tool to let people to be able to utilize and see how to monitor multiple pairs on multiple time frames on one chart. All right, on one chart. So let's close all our charts here. Close all our charts. All right, let's pull up a chart, random chart. Doesn't matter. Euro Chef, Euro CHF. All right, so I'm gonna apply the dashboard. I wanna come here to the templates icon, come down here, select blackout. All right, I wanna black out the screen first. Remember, if you don't have blackout or AIRO, submit a ticket. Once you set up the blackout, you wanna come to the gold folder with the gold star. That's the navigator. So like that. You're gonna come down here to expert advisors, hit the plus sign, and remember AIRO dashboard. If you don't have it, submit a ticket. When you got that, double click AIRO dashboard. All right, come to comment page. On the comment tab, make sure all 4 of these are selected. All 4 of these are check marked. All right. First thing you need to do, enable alerts, check. Allow live trading, check. Allow DLL imports, check. Allow import of external experts, check. Next, go to inputs. All right, inputs. So on inputs, you can actually pairs trading. Here are the pairs you want to track. Double click on that, get the drop down, click on that. You can create your own list. You can track the 7 major Forex pairs, the top 14, or all 28 majors. All right. There are more Forex pairs, but those are called exotics. So this right here will allow you to look at all 28 major Forex pairs. And then you can even track them just by CAD pairs, Euro pairs, Great Britain pound pairs, Japanese yen pairs, if you want to do it that route. Most people look at more than just Forex pairs. So therefore, most people are using the own pair list. So we'll go with that, own pair list. We're going to build our own list. All right. Now, next is what time frames do you want to track them on? I use 4 time frames: the minute 5, the minute 15, the hour 1, and the hour 4. All right. Remember, and you got to put them in exactly the way they're shown up here on the chart. So minute 5, capital M, got to be the same way. Capital M, number 5, no space, comma. M15, capital M, no space, comma. H1, capital H, no space, comma, capital H, number 4. Whatever the last one is you want to look at, don't worry about a comma at the end. Just leave it blank. All right. So those are the 4 time frames I want to check. I want to monitor. And then next, you want to come down here to your pairs and you want to delete those and you want to add the pairs that you want to look at. Only the pairs you want to look at. So I want to look at the 10 pairs that are recommended to trade with AIRO. There's 10. There are 6 Great Britain pound pairs, 4 euro pairs. So we'll start off with the Great Britain pound pairs. GBP, JPY, Great Britain pound, Japanese yen. All capital, no space, comma. GBP, USD, that's the Great Britain pound, United States dollar. All caps, no space, comma. GBP, AUD, that's the Great Britain pound, Australian dollar. All capital, no space, comma. GBP, NZD, Great Britain pound, New Zealand dollar. All caps, no space, comma. GBP, CAD, that's the Great Britain pound, Canadian dollar. All capital, no space, comma. And GBP, CHF, all capital. That is the Great Britain pound, Swiss franc. All right, that's 6 pound pairs. GBP is known as the pound. All right, next 4 euro pairs. All right, euro. So with no space, comma, EUR GBP. That's the euro versus the Great British pound. All caps, no space, comma. EUR JPY. That's the euro versus the Japanese yen. All capital, no space, comma. EUR AUD. That's the euro versus the Australian dollar. All capital, no space, comma. And then EUR NZD. That's the euro versus the New Zealand dollar. All capital. It's the last one, so I don't put anything at the end. All right. Now I'm done. All right. If you don't put these in correctly, and I'm going to show you here, Euro NZD, I'm going to make the D lowercase, and I'll show you what that does. All right, we'll come back and fix it, and I'll show you how to do that as well. Next is allow alerts, true. Make sure that's true. Double click on it, hit the drop down, change it to true, and then allow sound if you want, and allow message if you want, as well as allow notify or alerts notify, true. The main ones you need are just allow alerts and allow notify. All right, but if you want to turn the other ones on, you can. Next is template for new chart. All right, there's going to be a button you can push that will open up whatever pair that receives a notification on that time frame. It'll pull that up with AIRO already on it. To make sure that works correctly, template for new chart. Double click on default, type in AIRO, AIRO. All right. And the next AIRO ADR number of days. That says 5, change it to 10. Change it to 10. Once you've done all this, you simply select OK. And bada bing, bada boom. There is your AIRO dashboard. All right, you see it's kind of blank right now. That's fine. Just click on one of these little squares right here. It pops up with AIRO on it real quick. That's fine. Close this chart out. And there it is. It's all up to date now. All up to date. Now, look at this last one, Euro NZD. Remember, I typed it in wrong. If you type in a pair wrong, all right, it's got to be exactly the way the broker has it. Every broker may have it differently. Some brokers may have a Forex pair plus a plus sign. Some may have that Forex pair and might say .pro. So you got to type in GBP USD .pro or .cash. Whatever your broker has it, type it in that way, the exact way they have it, to ensure it pops up correctly. If you type it in incorrectly, these would be grayed out. So when you click on them, it won't go anywhere. All right, won't go anywhere. So to fix this, in the right-hand corner, it'll say AIRO dashboard, and it should have a smiley face. If this is a sad face, make sure auto trading is turned on right here. Auto trading. If auto trading is turned on and it's still a sad face, click on the sad face, come to common, and make sure allow live trading is there. If you have allow live trading is check mark and auto trading is turned on, it's green, it will always be a smiley face. All right. Now, to change this, you select the smiley face now, come to inputs, double click into your own pair list, go find which one you messed up on, which we knew Euro NZD. I close the Euro lowercase d out. I deleted that. Now I'm putting a capital D. I select OK. It'll refresh for me, and there it is. Now I can click on them, and it will pop up with AIRO already on it. All right. That's how it works. All right. Now, remember, the dashboard is loaded on one pair. So if you open up a pair, like we just got a notification, GBP, JPY, the H4, click on that. We got the notification there. See the AIRO there. New candle popped up, arrow there, cool. All right, now you see we got 2 tabs down here. The 4-hour GJ chart. All right, this Euro Chef chart, I always recommend put your dashboard on a chart that you do not use. That way, it's always a reminder to not close that chart out. Because if you close it out, you got to start all over again. All right, but GJ, you can always say, all right, cool, I'll just close out GJ, boom, and I'll have the dashboard up. All right, now before I go into the dashboard and then show you strategy 1, I saw a question here. Let's go take a look at the questions. Got a couple questions here. Okay, your dashboard is working. Great. Great to hear your dashboard is working. All right, no questions. All right, cool. Let's jump back into it. All right, so this is the AIRO dashboard. Again, it's monitoring all these pairs on all these time frames. Every time you get a new arrow to pop up, if it's a down arrow, it's going to be popping up red. See, boom, down arrow. All right. If it's an up arrow, it's going to pop up green. So the square will be green. Now, when the arrow pops up, it will always be on the next candle. All right. So when this arrow popped up, this new candle was already forming. The arrow is not late. The arrow always pops up when the candle it's pointing to is done forming and the next candle opens. That is when the arrow will pop up. So if you ever see that, it is not late. It's designed to work that way. All right. It's designed to make sure that price has committed in that direction to make sure that you get a good trade. All right. Look at that. Arrow, drop. Arrow, another drop. Came to support zone. All right. You don't want to have an arrow here and the price goes all the way back the wrong way. All right. So it's built to show up, and then the next candle pops up. All right. So what is the AIRO dashboard? Again, the tool to monitor the arrows that pop up with the AIRO software. All right. So under symbol, you got all your symbols that you're tracking. If you want to add some, you can always add some. You can track more than 4x pairs. These are the 10 that I recommend. So that's what I put these up here for. Next, you have the SPR. That's the spread. All right. The spread, if we go look at a pair here, you see here is a red line and a white line. The red line is the ask. You always buy at the ask. All right. The white line is the bid. You always sell at the bid. So when you hit buy and they get this little button up here, it's a little one-click button, hit the right click on the black of the screen, hit one-click trading right there. It turns it off, do it again, it turns it back on. One-click trading is easy to execute your trades a lot faster. All right. So if I want to sell this because it's a down arrow, I hit sell. And boom, you see it puts a green dotted line, that's the entry, on the white line because that's the bid. You always sell at the bid. If I buy, hit buy, boom, put a dotted green line at the red line because you always buy at the ask, which is the red line. So that's the spread. All right, that's the spread. Is the difference between the bid and the ask. So the gap between the two is the spread. So you can see here, the spread on that G-Chef trade we just took, the spread on G-Chef is 1.9 pips. So it's less than 2 pips is the difference between the bid and the ask. The lower the spread, the faster you get into take profit. All right. So if we're selling and our take profit is right here, both the red line and the white line have to go below the yellow line before your trade closes out with profit. All right. So the lower the spread is, the faster it closes out. Otherwise, if you got a high spread, one line might get below it, but the other line will be above it. Both have to be below it to close, whether you're in a buy or in a sell. So if it's a buy and your entry's up here, your take profit is up here, both lines have to go above it for it to close out properly. All right. So I put that there as a visual to let you know whenever the spread is at 3 or higher. So you saw here GPNZD was just 3.1, so it'd be red. This only really matters for Forex pairs. When you're trading gold, precious metals, energies, and indices and crypto, it doesn't really matter. All right. Their spreads are a lot larger than 3. So this is mainly for 3. For Forex pairs. Because if you see that the spread on a pair of regular Forex pairs like at 24, please do not enter that trade. All right. Please do not enter that trade. All right. There's a reason for it. I'll show you. I'll give you an example. So if the spread is 24, let's say your bid is here, and your ask is way up here, all right? Let's say you hit buy. You're gonna buy it way up here, but then guess what? When the spread calms down, it comes back together, then your entry is gonna be up here, but the real spread is gonna be right here now. So now your spread is gonna be way right here. But guess what? Your buy is way up here because you bought it when the spread was at 24. So now you got to wait for price to go all the way up here just to get back into profit. That is why you want to make sure you pay attention to the spread. All right. Got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. All right. So that's the spread. DLY open. That's the daily open. So the Forex market changes over every day at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. That is considered a new day for the Forex market. So when the day starts, this will refresh all to 0, and then it'll change from there. Like right now, you can see GBP JPY is down 33 pips for the day. Why do I know it's down? Well, it's orange. When it's orange, that means the price is lower than where it opened at for the day. So let's go look at it. All right, so you can see that new day started right here on this white dotted line. Price opened up here. Look where it's at now. So it's down 33 pips for the day. All right. You can see here, GBP AUD is up 7 pips for the day. So let's go click on that one. GBP AUD opened up down here, and now it's up here. So it's up 7 pips so far from the beginning of the day because it opened up down here, right here. Now it's over here. All right. That's how that works. Just let you know what price is trending. Same thing for the weekly open. The week starts 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sundays. So this just tells you how price is trending for the whole week. All right. And then ADR. And it should say 10 underneath. ADR stands for average daily range. It tells you the average number of pips that prices moved for a particular asset class, whether it be a Forex pair or precious metal or whatever. It tells you the average number of pips for the last 10 days. All right. The last 10 days, we did the ADR 10-day average. All right. The 10-day average gives us a 2-week sample because every trading week is 5 days. So 10 days is 2 trading weeks. So it gives us an average of the last 10 days. So GBP JPY is averaging 131 pips movement every day for the last 10 days. All right. And what you tell is that you can tell, all right, so far it's only moved 48 of the 131. That's not bad. All right, 48. All right, now as you get this, let's say this is 100. All right, the way I look at this ADR is if price has already moved 75% or more of its ADR, so if the ADR is 100 and it's already moved 75 pips out of 100, then I'm probably not going to look at that trade, take a trade on that one because the probability of it going up 20, 30, 40, 50 pips is lessened because it's already moved so far for that day based on its average over the last 10 days. All right. Also, if it gets to 90 or more, if it gets to 75% or more, these ADR turns yellow. All right. If it gets to 90% or more, so let's say it's 100 is your ADR, and the number is at 90 out of 100, it'll turn red. These numbers will turn red. All right. And for me, that just signifies that I'm potentially looking for a reversal. If I find one, I'm potentially looking for a reversal because it's already moved 90% or more of its ADR for the day. All right. And then next, you've got your time frames. So I'm tracking these 4, M5, M15, H1, H4. Underneath each time frame is a candle timer. So right now on the minute 5, you got 43 seconds until the next 5-minute candle pops up. On a 15-minute time frame, you have 43 seconds. On the H1, you have 24 seconds now. H4, you have 3 hours and 21 seconds. So it tells you how much time you have. They're a little delayed, so don't feel too bad about that. That's nothing wrong. They're a little delayed just to make sure that it doesn't slow down AIRO. Didn't want to make sure that everything was running in real time. So the candle timer is a little delayed. All right. Underneath that is, guess what? You guessed it. Underneath that is your time frames for each chart. So if I want to go to, let's see, I got a notification here. So we got a notification that popped up. Let's assume this just popped up. It's the 4-hour, I got a down arrow on the 4-hour chart of GBP JPY. I click on that one and boom, it takes me to my chart with what? With the arrow showing and the next candle. If it passes my rules, I enter the trade. If it doesn't pass my rules, I don't enter the trade. All right. And that's all it does. Real simple. Now, if you click on the box and nothing pops up other than a blank chart, that means in your settings down here where it says template for new chart, you did not type in AIRO. So see what it looks like. Default. All right. Boom, boom, boom. We hit OK. All right. Now we click on that. Real quick. Let's click on that again. And then boom, there it is. It brought up the Great Britain pound Japanese yen H4 chart, but it's blank. Why? Because you did not follow the rules that I just gave you and type in the AIRO, all capital, AIRO, where it says template for new chart. All right. And that's it, guys. That is it for the dashboard. Real simple to use. Real simple to use. All right. So before I move on to going over strategy number one, well, one, I'm gonna go over what AIRO is. So what does everything stand for and utilize? And then we'll go over strategy number one, and then we'll transition over into options. All right. So I saw a couple questions pop up real quick. So for AIRO, we have to enter it if it touches either support, resistance, bound. I'll go over that strategy in a second. We'll go over strategy number one here in a second. All right. All the strategies in the back office. Make sure to watch those videos. They walk through everything over and over again. That makes sense. All right, great. I don't know what makes sense, but I'm glad it makes sense for you. All right. So no more questions. Share the screens. Go back. All right. So let's pull up a AIRO chart. All right. All right. Let's go to G-Chef. So I can go over that. We were on G-Chef. We entered the trade in. As you can see here on G-Chef, you can see, let's just go over AIRO real quick. So on AIRO is a visual representation of what the market is doing that gives you a slight hint of what price may do next, allowing you to be able to potentially enter a trade in the right direction and catch pips. All right. So how does that work? So look, you got red zones, you got green zones. All right. Red zones represent resistance or the ceiling. Green zones are support or the floor. All price does day in and day out is it bounces off the floor and the ceiling all day. Look at this. Bounce off the floor, headed up to the ceiling, bounce off the ceiling, head back down to the floor, bounce. Now it's just stuck in the floor waiting for it to bounce either way. All right. That's all price does over and over again. The goal is to be able to understand in what direction to trade it in and when to get in. And we'll go over all that later. Next are the trend colored candles. You see, if it's below this blue line, they're red most of the time. If it's above the blue line, they're green most of the time. All right. A visual letting you know what the overall trend is. It's currently trending up. And these candlesticks here, that's what these are right here. These little lines, little squiggly lines that somebody had called them one time. If I zoom in here, you'll see these are what we call candlesticks right here. Candlesticks. All right. So, without the AIRO software, we take it off. Let me delete it real quick so you can see what it looks like. It's just candlesticks, nothing. You see some of them red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, 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 red. But if you put the AIRO software on there, boom, you see all these are green. Some of these were red when you look at it. The software codes it to let you know what the overall trend is, helping you not to psych yourself out. You see your first red candle, you want to get out. You panic. No, it's letting you know the trend is still up. All right. Next, you got this blue line, your moving average. It's the AIRO moving average. It gives you a visual representation of what the market is doing. As you can see here, the blue line is heading down. What's price doing? It's going down with it. Blue line's headed up. What's price doing? It's going up. Just a visual representation. All right. Blue line is moving, just going sideways. What's price doing? Moving sideways. That's all it is, visual representation. Next, you have these shaded areas. Every day you see a little shaded area. All right. The shaded area is called the money zone. This 12-hour time frame is the best time to trade the Forex market. All right. Over 80% of all volume is traded inside of the money zone. Now look at that. Outside the money zone, very little volume. Price doesn't move very much. Inside, big moves. Outside, a little bit more. Inside, big moves. All right, that's how it works. Look at this. Outside, not very much. Inside, big moves, because that's where the volatility, that's where the volume comes in. All right, this 12-hour time frame is from 1 p.m. Central. 1 a.m. Central. No, 12 a.m. Central to 12 p.m. Central. So it's a 12-hour time frame, 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, or 1 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. Next are the arrows. There are 3 types of arrows. Even though they all look the same, there are 3 reasons for 3 strategies that are my proprietary strategies on why the arrows pop up. All right. One is a counter trend strategy. So even though the trend might be up, it's giving you opportunities to catch a trade in the opposite direction. Next is a confirmation trend change. So when price has confirmed to have changed trend, you get an arrow. And then third is a continuation. So when price is going up, it does a little pullback and then continues in the next direction, you can get another arrow for a continuation of the trend. So those are the 3 strategies on why the arrows pop up. All right. And then last but not least, you have the pip counter. So the pip counter, you guys remember, I put in 2 trades. We put a buy in, we put a sell in. If I put a sell in, it'll tell you the asset class here, and it'll be red. So this red GBP-CHF is our sell. The green GBP-CHF is our buy. And you can see here, our sell is at break even. Our buy is at -4, which means we're at -4 pips. And then the overall arrow pips tells you how many pips you are up or down when you have multiple trades in. All right. And the cool thing about this is if I go to a different pair, let's go to GJ. I can go look at GJ and see that still see what trades I'm in and what's going on with my current trades. That way I'm not stuck sitting at one pair. All right. And I can still look at other trades and potentially get into other trades. So it's pretty cool. Also, if you want to share on social media, you can take screenshots. I'm pretty sure you may have seen somebody showing that they're always having green number here. This is arrow pips. It's green, showing big numbers. All right. So that is the AIRO software. I'm going to close these trades out. All right. Now, before I move on to strategy number 1, I saw a couple of questions real quick, I believe. Come look. Will the back office show you? Yes, I showed in the back office where you, underneath the AIRO page, it shows you the AIRO dashboard video. That video shows you how to set everything up. So that video is in the back office. I can't hear you. If anybody can hear me, drop 777 in the chat. If everybody can hear me, drop 777 in the chat. All right, so look like people can hear me. That means it may be something with your computer. If you cannot hear me, then it is your computer. All right, this video is recorded and you can find it and others, find it and past videos on the Auvoria Prime YouTube channel. All right. My bad, Looney. My bad, man. I forgot you had a bad day in CHS, man. All right. So no Q&A. All right. So we're going to go over strategy number 1, and then we'll go over any questions you guys have about that, and then we'll go over options and how do you use strategy number 1 on options as well. All right. Let's go back here. Boom, boom, boom. I told you guys we do strategy number 1 over Bitcoin. So we're going to pull up Bitcoin. Going to add AIRO to it. And I believe we were on the 15-minute. Yes, there it is. All right, so strategy number 1 is called the bag strategy. All right. Bag, you guys may know, is slang for getting paid, getting money. But with AIRO, bag stands for bounce, arrow, go. All right. So there's 3 simple steps to the bag strategy. Step number 1, identify the trend. So whatever time frame you're on, you want to identify what the trend is. So simply put, you want to come up here to the magnifying glass and zoom out. All right. Once you zoom out, you want to count your zones. All right. Remember, you had support zones that are green, resistance zones are red. Whatever zones you have more of, is what your trend is. You have 5 green zones, 2 red zones. So you have what? You guessed it. You're in an uptrend. Right? All right. So you're in an uptrend on the minute 15 time frame. All right. Now that you've identified a trend, next is you want to make sure that you are trading inside the money zone, only for Forex pairs. So let's look at that let's see a chip. Let's close that for Looney. We're going to worry about that one. Let's go to GJ. All right. Let's go to 15-minute time frame. All right. You see GJ here. We have more red than green. So we're in a downtrend. All right. So last night, all right, inside the money zone. All right. So we identified a trend. Step number 1. Step number 2 is to trade in the direction of the trend inside the money zone. So we're inside the money zone. We're looking for a sale. All right. Step 3 is to take a bag entry in the direction of the trend. What is a bag entry? A bag entry is bounce, arrow, go. So if the trend is a downtrend like we have here, you want price to bounce off of what? The resistance. So come up here, touch it, come down below the moving average, below the blue line, show a what? A down arrow, and then get in next candle. Boom, we would have got in here. Arrow popped up on this candle, we get in this candle, right at the very beginning. And we want to make sure that there's no, if we're in a sale, there's no support zone within 20 pips. You see the support zone is 48 pips away. If we're in a buy, you want to make sure there's no support zone above you for 20 pips or more. All right, you get in that trade, take that trade for 20 pips. In 30 minutes, it dropped 24 pips. You're done. That's it. That is the simple bag strategy. All right. Now, on the Forex pairs, there's 3 steps. If you're trading indices, precious metals, energies, cryptos, you don't have to worry about the second step. Remember, the second step is the money zone. You don't care about the money zone only for Forex pairs. Outside of Forex pairs, it doesn't matter. So Bitcoin is one of those pairs that you don't care about trading inside the money zone because the money zone does not apply to crypto. All right. Now, as you can see here in Bitcoin, uptrend, more green than red. So we're in an uptrend. You see yesterday, price came down here, bounced once, came back, bounced twice off the green zone, off the floor, because we're looking for buys. So we're looking for buys. You want to bounce off the floor, head up, give up arrow. There it is, an up arrow on this candle. We get in right here on this candle right here, take the trade, and it went as high as 16,300 pips. All right, 16,300 pips. That's it. Simple. There's 7-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 16-year-olds that trade this strategy. It is very simple. Don't overcomplicate it. All right. Very simple. All right. I give all the rules and strategy videos, so make sure to go watch that video over and over again. All right. That's a simple way to get in. There are only 3 rules to getting out. 3 rules to get out of a trade. Number 1, if we're in a buy, and let's say we enter our trade in right here. So we had the bounce, we had the arrow, and we get go right here. So we get in the trade right here at the beginning of this candle. All right. Number 1, there's 3 ways to get out. Number 1, if it hits our take profit. Let's say we put our take profit right here. Put our take profit right here. It ran up. You see it ran all the way through that. That's a 9,400 take profit. So let's say it went through that. Great. That's the first way to get out of a trade. It hit your take profit. Let's say we put our stop loss. Let's say we put our stop loss, right here. Let's say price came down here and hit our stop loss before it hit our take profit. That's the second way to get out of a trade. All right. And then the third way is if we get into a trade, say we got in this buy right here, and let's say let me draw one real quick. Let's say a green zone popped up. A red zone popped up right here. So we got in at the beginning of this candle, and then we were in this trade. Our take profit is right here, but when we got in this trade right here, a red zone popped up. So we bounced off the floor, and like you just saw, look at that. That red zone just popped up. So let's say we popped, we're in a trade, it's moving up, and then boom, a red zone pops up here. Immediately exit the trade. Because what that means is now price has found a level of support, of resistance. And typically when it finds resistance, what does it do? Bounce off, head the opposite direction. Bounce off, head the opposite direction. You want to make sure you get out of the trade immediately. Those are the only 3 reasons why you get out of a trade. Unless the 4th reason is Your take profit is so high and you're happy with your profits, you just close them out. But for the most part, those are the three reasons you get out of a trade. Take profit is hit, stop loss is hit, or opposite color zone. And what I mean opposite color zone is if you're in a buy and you get a red zone pop up while you're still in the trade, get out. If you're in a sale and you get a green zone to pop up before your take profit hits, get out. All right, that's it. That is the bag strategy. All right, so before I move on, let's see if there's any questions about that. No questions, no questions. All right, so that is how you use the bag strategy for on MT4 for Forex pairs, crypto, precious metals, indices, stocks, all that. All right, next, what if you want to use it on options? You guys know we've been trading binary options. We launched last week. All right, you haven't plugged in yet, make sure to get plugged in. If you want to plug into the live calls, all right, the live trade sessions, you need to go to the AP live trade rooms. So I'm gonna share my screen with you. Go back to the website. All right, to find those, let's go here. All right, right here. Over on the side menu, under AP Marketplace, all right, you have AIRO Trade Room Beta. All right, it's just a beta version. We will launch the full version. All right. Well, right now we're getting a lot of feedback from everybody about everything going on. We're gonna keep running the beta up until the Ride a Wave event in Orlando, July 30th and 31st. Make sure you get your tickets. All right. Make sure you get your tickets. Go to the website, get your tickets if you have not gotten your tickets yet. All right. There will show the design and layout, how it's gonna work. It's gonna be significantly overhauled. It's going to have a social media feature. We won't be using Telegram anymore because the whole Telegram type feature will be on the website now. It's going to have a whole lot more in there. That's just a little bit of what it's going to be like. It's going to be great. And all that will be released at the event. And then it'll go live in August so that this will no longer be the beta. But right now, all the live trade rooms are in the AIRO Trade Room Beta tab. Select that. Once you select that, here you go, AIRO Trade Room Beta. So you come here, if there's an event, if there's the actual trade room or so call going on, it'll be here. All right. You type in your name here, so that you accept the terms, and then you'll be able to join the chat to be able to chat with everybody. All right, and you'll be able to see the educator here. You scroll down. Here is the schedule and the name for all 4 educators. As you see, myself is here. I trade Forex and binary. Dante, Forex and binary. Jackie, Forex and binary. Kashmir, binary. All right, and you see our what? You see our schedules. Day of the week, time frame. All time frames are in Eastern Standard Time. And if you scroll down here, here's the bios for all the coaches. Just a little bit about us. All right. If you scroll down here and you want to see more of the live trades, they're all saved. So last week, I had 2 calls. Actually, I did 3 calls last week, but one was on Zoom, so it didn't save on here. But you can click on my picture here, come over here, hit the drop down and view all my videos, and you can click on them and go back and watch them. This is the archive. So recordings archives. If you're here, go to the recordings archives, you can watch all the past videos. Come here to Cash. He's done more videos than I think all of us. Click on his name and you see, boom, you got 6 videos that pop up. You can scroll through and watch all his videos from last week and the one he did today. Dante did 3 calls last week, 3 videos. Jackie did 2 calls last week. She has 2 videos. All right. All the archive videos will be here, and you'll be able to click on her name, hit the drop down, and go back and watch those videos, and you'll be able to watch them here and be able to go back and rewatch those videos. All right. Be able to learn. All right. Everything you need to learn. All right. This video here that I'm recording as of right now, until we get the full blown version, the developer insights will stay on YouTube. All right. So I'll always do it on Zoom as of right now. I will not do the developer insights videos through this platform, through the trade room platform, until we launch the full version. All right. So all the developer insights videos like we're doing right now on Monday nights will always be on YouTube. All right. That's where you find everything at. All right. Now, before I show you options, I saw a couple of questions here. Okay, you found it. Great. Hopefully yesterday's impromptu call was recorded. Yesterday's impromptu call was recorded as it belongs in the AIRO Hall of Fame. It was a great day. Great call. That video was recorded and it'll be on YouTube. All right. That video was recorded. I did it on the Zoom. All right. So we did it through Zoom. Therefore, it's going to be on the YouTube channel. And it'll be labeled AIRO Insights. AIRO Developer. Because I used this link. I'm sorry, the Developer Insights call. It'll be for, so I did it. So yeah, I did it on the Developer Insights link, which is this link we're using right now. So it'll be on the YouTube channel for you guys to be able to view if you want to. All right. Let's see here. Next is how to get ready for options. So first thing I want to do is I want to show you guys the options platform. I want to show you one of the platforms that I use. All right. I want to show you one of them. All right. So one of the platforms that I use, and again, this is not a solicitation of a broker. You can use whoever you want to. All right. You can use whoever you want to when it comes to options. I'm just going to show you one of the brokers that I use. Hold on, let me log in real quick, guys. It is not a robot. Log in. All right. Share my screen. All right, so here's one of the platforms that I utilize. All right. I'm going to walk through what it looks like. I'm on my demo account. So we'll take, I'll show you how everything works like I did on the demo account for the other broker. Again, I don't solicit any brokers. I'm not allowed to. It's illegal. All right, that's considered financial advice. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and share that now. Now that we get to this portion here. Let me pull it up real quick. All right, share. All right, so a quick little risk disclosure, guys. So trading the foreign exchange market and options market can carry high risk. It's not suitable for all investors. All right, you can lose all your money. All right, I'm not a financial advisor. None of the educators are financial advisors. Auvoria is not a financial advising company. All right, the only certified financial advisor in the company is Mr. Steve Vetterall. All right, make sure to watch his calls. He's got live calls every Wednesday and Saturday. All right. We do conduct live trades in the live trade rooms, but those are not to be misconstrued as financial advice. We are simply showing you from an educational standpoint of how to use the AIRO software in a live environment. All right. That's it. All right. That is it. So let's go back to the chart. Boom, boom, boom. And you can see here, this is the options platform. All right. So I'm going to go over a few things here of what's on here so you guys understand how to use it. All right. So I am, if you go to trading here, I am on the quick trading demo account. All right. Quick trading. The difference between quick trading and digital trading is that one has the strike price, one doesn't. So I'm on the quick trading because I don't have the strike. Oh, I'm sorry. This one does have the strike price. So this one's a digital. I apologize. This is digital. Let's go to quick trading. All right. Go to quick trading. You see, there's no strike price. So quick trading has no strike price. Digital has a strike price. All right. So what is an option? What is an option? An option, all right, is simply a way of purchasing, all right, an asset in a different way. So there's a simple buy and sell, but there's options that allows you to, for the most part, if you expect price to go up, you receive what? An actual set profit. So for example, if I trade Forex and I set take profit at, depending on different brokers, there can be different price points. Or if it goes past my take profit, I make a little bit more. Or if it goes, the opposite direction very far, I could blow my whole account. However, with options, it's a set target. So for example, if I use the trade amount of $5, then, it's going to tell me how much I'm going to make on that trade. So for example, let's see here. Let's go in here and put 800, make another round number here. 800. All right. So 800 here. And on GBP JPY, you see here, if I buy and I win the trade, I'm going to make 560. If I sell and I win the trade, I'm going to make 560 bucks. So an option is a opportunity to, purchase or sell an asset and receive a set amount. All right. Set amount or lose a set amount. So if I'm risking 800, the most I can lose is 800. In Forex, if I have no stop loss and price goes so far the wrong way, I can lose my whole account. But with options, you only can lose what you risk. All right. And then as far as the gains, you can only gain what the broker allows you to. So right now, I can only gain 70% of my 800. You see here, GBP JPY, that's 70% payout. That's an option. It's a set price on your actual contract. All right. You can do options on Forex pairs, stocks, cryptocurrency, all of it. All right. AIRO will show you the way on all of it as well. All right. Let's go over some more here. So that's the trading piece. If you go right here, you see here on the top left-hand corner, it says GPJPY. You can click on that drop down and it'll bring you to the chart to be able to add or, delete pairs. I've got the top 10 pairs that I recommend, all check marked here. All check marked. So I click on the star. If I click on the stars here, it will take them away. And you see there, they're disappearing at the top. Look at all those disappearing. If I click on the star, they're all going away. All right, they're all going away. Bada bing, bada boom. Nothing's up there now. So I come back here and I add the star back, and guess what? They all pop back up. So you click on the star to ensure that what you want to trade, all right, is available. Some pairs, depending on the broker you're utilizing, are not available. So don't think that, I can't find it. If you don't see it, they don't exist. It doesn't have it there. You can go from currencies, you can go to cryptocurrencies. Here's the cryptocurrencies, commodities, stocks. As you can see, it shows you the current payouts. I typically don't trade it unless it's at 70% or higher. Because guess what? It's going to give me the better payout. The higher the pair, or the percentages, the better payout I get. For me, it's not worth my while unless it's at 70%. You can figure out whatever you want to. If you like 50% or higher, then great. I see these are at 50%, so I'm going to close them because I want 70% or higher payout. So we'll close these three as well. These 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. These four right here are all paying out at 70%. So I got those four selected. I'm turning off the other ones. Turn these off because they're all under 70%. So you see, these here are all at 70%. Euro GBP. Hold on. Euro CAD. Gotcha. Right, Euro CAD. Here we go. Close that one out. All right. So these four are all at 70%. All right. All that means is I'm gonna get a 70% payout on whatever I risk. So I got a trade amount here of 800. 70% of that is 560 bucks. That's just my rule of thumb. You guys can do 50%. Doesn't really matter. All right. Doesn't really matter. That's just my rule of thumb. Next to the pairs, you have your candle timer, your candles. So you come in here and select, candles, bars, Heikenaki, whatever. I like mine on candles. You can select what time frame. All right. The strategy I'm going to show you is what I like to call the 1-1-2 bag strategy. So we're going to use strategy number 1, but it's called the 1-1-2 for a reason. Now I'll explain that. So that means you want to click the M1 and then go ahead on enable timer. Go ahead and select enable timer and turn that on. The enable timer is this right here. It tells you how much time you have left until the next 1 minute candle. All right. Next to that is your indicators. All right. List of indicators. There are 2 indicators that we use. You don't need them, but it helps to identify the trend and visually see M's and W's on your actual options chart. So you want to select the moving average. Just go ahead and click on it once. You see it pop up behind me. And then zigzag. Click on that one time. All right. So the moving average and the zigzag. So for the moving average, click on the little pencil right here by next to moving average and make the changes. We're going to use a 62 EMA. So change the period to 62, change the moving average to EMA. Go to styles. I turn mine white so it can stand out a little more, and 2px, 2 pixel, make it a little bit bigger. And I hit save. There it is. Next on zigzag, go to pencil, leave the settings standard. Styles, come here, I make it blue, and I go to 4 pixel. 4 pixel. Makes it stand out a lot more. Hit save. Now I have it. So now you can see your M's and W's. Look at that. Here's an M. Boom. Drop. M's are for sales. W's are for buys. So it makes it easy to visually see them with these on here. All right. M's should happen. The M's you should take should always be below the moving average. And if you have a W, should always be above the moving average. All right. So now that you have these on here, next you need to do is you need to go to AIRO. Let's go look at AIRO real quick. All right. Go to AIRO. And the easy thing to do is to use the dashboard. And what I would do here is come here. I delete the time frames and just type in M, capital M, number 1. That's it. You want the 1 minute. Select OK. Now you've got AIRO on the 1 minute. So now you're waiting for it to pop up. So GBP CAD just had a 1 minute. That's the last one it had. So we're not worried about that one. Don't see it there. All right. So what we're waiting for is for it to pop up with a what? You're waiting for a 1 minute AIRO pop up for sale or buy. All right. Let's say you get a buy AIRO. You come to pocket options. Well, first thing you do is if you get a buy AIRO, you want to click on it. All right. Say we got this down arrow right here. You want to click on it and see, is it a bag entry? Scroll out. All right. We got more red than green. Cool. And we get it bounced off as a resistance here. Got a down arrow. That's a valid what? That's a valid sale. All right. Next, you go immediately to pocket options or whatever options platform you're using. All right. Go to that pair. Here's GJ. All right. Here's GJ. And that arrow happened right here. Let me pull this down. That arrow happened right about here. And so guess what? Arrow happened right here. You come here and you select sale for 2 minutes. That's why it's called the 1-1-2 strategy. All right. It's the 1-1-2 strategy because guess what? 1-1-2, 1 minute time frame on AIRO, 1 minute chart on the options platform you're using, 2 minute expiration time. So your expiration time is 2 minutes. You hold the trade for 2 minutes. All right. Hold the trade for 2 minutes. That's it. That is the strategy. You don't believe it works? I saw multiple people went 7-1, 8-0, 6-2 today, using it on their own. All right, on the Forex pairs, it works. All right, it works. All right. Over here, let's go through these real quick so you understand what they are. Expiration time. So an option. The cool thing about it is that as long as price stays above or below your entry, depending on if you're expecting price to go up, you want it to be above. Expect it to go down, you want it to be below. But as long as you price is above or below your entry for whatever expiration time frame, when that expires, you win the trade. If you want to change this, click on the time and change it. All right. The strategy is the 1-1-2. So you should come in here and just type in 02, boom, 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 0-0. That's 2 minutes. All right. That's 2 minutes. Come down here, trade them out. For me, again, you can trade the way you want to trade. I risk 5% each trade. So I've got a $16,000 account here, almost $17,000 demo account. So I don't round up until I hit 17. So 16,000, 5% is $800. All right, $800. You can change that, click on that one, change it, type it in here, whatever you want to do. change it all you want. All right. And this button here, you click for buy. This button, you click for sell. That's it. Real simple. Once you see the trade, once you execute the trade, let's go ahead and hit sell here. You see we're in a trade right now. Put us in a trade. And you see right here, open trades, it shows you the trade. GBP, JPY. I am in a sell, down arrow, for 800 bucks, 70% payout. Tells me how much time is left on my 2 minutes, and I'm not in profit, so it stays zero. When I get in profit, this will be what? This will be, it'll show profit. It'll show the 800 plus the 560, it'll show 1360. All right, so for example, let's go ahead and hit buy real quick. We got to buy. All right. And we'll see what happens here. I'll show you what hopefully it gets into profit and you'll see what it looks like. There it is. See it kind of flashed profit. When it moves into profit, you have it there. That's all you do. And then when your trades close out, you go to closed, and then all your trades are right here. You can see here, these last trades I've taken, you know, you see I lost this one because it's zero. All right. If it's zero, you lost the trade. If it says, like I was risking 850 here, if it says 850, you broke even. So you just got your money back. And if it says, like right here, it says 500, but it says 900 there, but the payout was what? 80%. So I won that trade. All these trades I won. So the trade, you know, it'll show you your money you risked plus your percentage if you won it. If you lost it, it'll be zero. And if you broke even, it'll show you exactly what you risked. All right. So you see here, I got 25 seconds left on that first trade. We're definitely not in profit. So it's going to close out with a zero. And the second trade, it's a buy. We're definitely not in profit. So if it closes out in 51 seconds, it'll be a loss. That's how it works. All right. I didn't get a notification. I'm simply just that's why I'm on my demo account to show you how it works. You know, when you actually put in a trade, so you know what it looks like. 2, 1, boom, we lost that trade. 1 second came. See, show results zero. Profit received zero. Come here to closed. You see zero. All right. Come back to open. Let's see what happens. We got 25 seconds left on this buy. And we'll see what happens. All right. If it gets back up there, then great. It'll close out with a profit. All right. That's the strategy. The 1-1-2 strategy. That's how you execute it. Again, I didn't get a signal. I was just putting the trades in. That's why I have my demo to show you how it works. You want to make sure you always start in demo, not because we're trying to be real safe. We want to make sure 2 things. One, you need to make sure you understand how to use this platform. Number 2, you need to make sure you understand how to use the strategy. Once you have mastered the platform and the strategy and you're winning consistently on your demo account, then switch to a live account and start taking live trades. There's no reason to risk money and you're making mistakes because you don't know how to use the software, you don't understand the strategy. Doesn't make any sense, all right? Doesn't make any sense. Make sure you understand how to use the platform because you might hit buy and you meant to hit sell. You're not familiar with the software. Got to make sure you're doing it correctly. That's how it works, guys. That is strategy number 1 for options. All right. Strategy number 1. All right. Strategy number 1. Stop sharing me, asking, see if you got any questions. You got some in the chat. That was a drink pouch. Before I thought you were eating chocolate. Oh, yeah. Capri Sun, baby. Capri Sun. Yeah, I was a little thirsty. I needed a little drink. All right. Yep. All right, guys. This is the end of the call. Anybody have any questions? All right. Anybody got any questions, comments, concerns? I'll be going over this 1-1-2 strategy more thoroughly. All right, Jackie. Yes, ma'am. That's it. Sydney, you too. Yep. You queens, y'all already know how to trade, so it'll be easy for you guys. Real easy. Real easy. Just so glad it wasn't Swiss chocolate. You're a fool, honey. You're a fool, man. That's funny. But that's it, guys. If nobody has any questions, I thank you guys for joining the call. This call will happen every Monday, showing you guys how to set up AIRO, how to use it for Forex side and on option side. And make sure to log into the live trade sessions every night. All right. And hey, I'll see you guys in the funny papers. Thanks.